Welcome to Roll for Game. I have a common problem. I have way more games than I could ever get around to playing. Unfortunately, there might actually be some hidden gems buried down deep in there that I will never get to because I just keep playing the same couple of games. I decided to change things. I'm going to let fate decide what I play. I'll let the rules decide the game and I'll play whatever comes up. After 2 hours, I'll rate the game to see if it's good enough to go into my normal rotation. I'll rate each game in 5 categories with a possible score of 5 points in each. Now let's get to it and figure out what game I'll be playing today. Alright, here we go again. 6. That'll be Ubisoft. And we're going to do Watchdogs 2. Alright, this is the review for Watchdogs 2. Now once again, I hadn't played the first Watchdogs, so I don't really know how this compares to that. Like I said, I only know through like the zeitgeist of like disappointment people had with Watch Dogs 1 and then they liked Watch Dogs 2 better. Once again, I can't like say to that, so do that with what you will. Let's get into it. Settings, 2 out of 5. Like, I really didn't like this. There were way too many different settings. Even like the standard gameplay settings, there were so many different options. And that kind of, we'll get into it later down the line, but like there's just a lot going on in this game, right? So like too many settings. I had to swap the windowed settings around a few times before I got it to work to where I could actually like access other things in the background. So that's kind of a bummer. Controls, it's a 4 out of 5 though. Those were solid. Like, didn't really have any issues. Was able to use the controller. Everything was mapped right. I kind of got confused a few times, but I think that's more user error than the controls themselves. Like, it kind of told you what to do, and I just kind of forgot. So I fumble with buttons trying to figure out what to do. Story, it's 3 out of 5. Seems interesting. It's hack the planet and all that, you know, youth going after mega corporations. It's interesting. Like, it's an alternative reality where an entire city is basically under AI control. Not really AI control, but kind of AI control. Like, you could easily like remake this today and barely change anything about it and it'd be relevant. So it's interesting. Basically just a group of, I thought they were teenagers, but I guess they're more college. Like, I just remember hearing that they were teenagers, but definitely younger than like the first one. Because I think the first one you were like some middle-aged angry dude. I never played it. But yeah, so not too bad. Gameplay, it's 4 out of 5. It's fun. It's basically just Grand Theft Auto. Different options for play styles. You can go in with the stun gun, guns blazing. You got your melee, which is basically just a small meteor hammer, which honestly more people need because that's just awesome. But like I said, you can hack things. You can just go straight taking dudes out. You can distract them. Like, I looked at the skill trees a bit, and there's so much you can do, like distraction with different cars. You can make like steam pipes explode. You can make automated defenses turn on people. You get like a drone and an RC car later that you can use to like drop like shock bombs, and then you can go with real weapons to take people out. You can go with like stun stuff. Kind of fun. It reminds me of like a Deus Ex, where you could either go like a more pacifist route where you knock people out or just kill everyone. So that's fun. I don't know if it had changes in the story later. I would hope so, but who knows. Enjoyment, that's a 3 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. It's basically just Grand Theft Auto, but with extra steps, right? Like, instead of just doing criminal stuff and stealing cars and stuff, you're hacking everything, and it gets overwhelming. Like, just as you're driving, it just keeps pinging stuff up. It's like, oh, do you want to hack this? Do you want to hack this? So I don't really like that. I kind of wish there was like you'd have to bring up like the hacking menu for it to do that. I understand that. I guess that's how the first game was, where it always shows you everything that can be done, but like, it just gets really distracting, right? And there are some things that definitely took me out of it, because like, I remember I was like behind a cop once. I'm like, oh, I hope he doesn't chase me, so I guess I'll drive like slow behind him. And then he just kind of stops, like he's ready to turn, but then he doesn't go anywhere, and a car comes up behind both of us and just kind of like squeezes into like beside him onto the sidewalk and to turn left, and like nothing's happening. So then I just kind of go around him, and then he never followed me. So I don't know, that kind of was weird. Not sure what was going on with the path in there. That gives us an overall of a 3.2. Like I said, it just, there's too much. Like, I'd have to really like sit down and be in the mood to play something like this. So I don't really see myself like playing it again. I might, like, if I'm really bored, or to maybe check out more of the story. there was just too much for going on. A lot of times I'm just playing games for a bit to unwind, and that seemed like this game is like a dedicated, I need to sit around and like really think about how I want to like hack this and hack that. So I just don't see myself playing it that much. So yeah, it gets a 3.2 overall. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to check out any of my other videos in the Roll for Game series in the playlist on screen. Also, if you could like and subscribe, that'll help with getting these reviews out there. Additionally, comment what games you hope I'll get to down below. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.